As the 11/11 November AliExpress sale is getting on, the sales are getting hotter, the prices are getting slashed more than ever. And so in this particular video, I want to talk about my wish list. Well, is it really a wish list considering I already reviewed some of the watches that I will be talking about today? Some of them are on the way to the workshop for review. So I want to break this video down into 3 sections. First, we'll talk about the super budget watches. Then we'll talk about some watches which I think any watch collector or watch enthusiast would really want to get in their collection. And then 3 watches which are basically following the 2023 trends. So they follow the biggest watches out there and they are probably the best homages on AliExpress to date. Also, I've left the links to the reviews of the watches already covered on this channel in the description below the video. As well as that, I've left the links to the listings of the watches we will be discussing today. So if you're after some sharp prices, do check them out. And now let's get on with this wishlist bonanza. First up is the super budget section, and I've got 3 watches to showcase. The Skmei 9288 is a Tissot PRX homage. I've actually reviewed it and loved it so much that ordered a blue dial as well. It's a classic blast from the past with an integrated stainless steel bracelet, classy looks, 40mm diameter and a decent weight of 115 grams. This super budget homage for 15 bucks destroys many of the competitors with price tag above 50 bucks. Now, of course, this is a quartz movement. Some may say the bracelet is not as refined. Well, maybe. But the way it looks on your wrist, I think the value here is almost unbeatable. Well, we actually have 2 more super budgets to come, and I think they're also quite unbeatable in terms of value. Let's take a look. Another insanely budget and great looking Nautilus homage is Poedagar P613. I've also reviewed it in green and ordered a couple more dial colors for presents for the upcoming Christmas holidays and festivities. At 13 bucks, the stainless steel bracelet, Mercedes loomed hands, date complication on a yard floorboard design dial. The dial is insane on this watch. It looks way above its price tag. In fact, it probably again looks much better than on many watches that I've seen in the 50 buck segment. Just take a look at that beauty. That is an amazing watch. And again, the price tag is sort of unbelievable. So yes, in the hands it might not feel as refined, but when it's on top of your wrist and people look from the side, they go, whoa, what is that? So you shouldn't be telling them how cheap you actually got it. And now let's get on to number 3, another unbeatable value timepiece. The third super budget watch with unbeatable value is the Benyar Automatic BY5185. It's inspired and a homage to Rolex Oyster Perpetual. Now, there are 5 dial colors available, the red, green, black, yellow and the blue. Now, I've chosen the blue because the colors are quite saturated with this model, yet they're pleasant and crisp and quite fresh. I've reviewed this aqua blue and was very impressed. I've left the link below to the review as well as to the listing. Now, this watch gets 100 meters of water resistance, a seagull automatic movement, a date window, a stainless steel bracelet, and everything for just 20 bucks. It's rather unbelievable considering it gets a stainless steel bracelet. Yeah, the cases on these super budget watches are alloys, but they go in line with the bracelet styling. And really, when you're wearing it, well, you can't really see much contrast between the bracelet and the case, and again, the low prices. But this one in particular, really 20 bucks, but you get an automatic movement. But the cherry on top is that we actually get an exhibition back here, so we can see the rotor, which is actually decorated on this Benyar piece. Really good value. And now we can talk about the second section with the all-time favorites. And I do mention favorites because they are. The watch enthusiasts as well as the collectors love these types of watches. The Pagani design PD 1662 is a self-winding automatic, and it's also a GMT watch. It strongly inspired and homages the Rolex GMT Master. Apart from the heavily discounted price of $50, you get sapphire crystal, 100 meters of water resistance, ceramic unidirectional bezel, and of course a fully functional GMT dual time zone chronograph. This is the first version of the watch, but there are also the versions 2 and 3 of this 40mm watch available. They get the improved automatic movements like NH35 and NH34, but those will cost up to $90. But I will be leaving the links to the first version for $50 and version 3 with NH34 for $90 in the description below the video. Now, number 2 in this list is an Addiesdive watch. The AD2035 is a GMT quartz watch with a Swiss Ronda movement. It's a homage to Tudor Black Bay Pro. Now, having a Rolex and a Tudor homage, I think it plays really well. So take a listen about this watch. The watch is an absolute stunner to look at. The size is also spot on at 39mm. There's double anti-glare coating on the underside and on top of the sapphire crystal. It gets a screw-down crown and case back, warranting 200 meters of water resistance, and it is a functional GMT dual time zone chrono as well. If you want to get away from the divers and look at a really nice, classy and classic Rolex homage, well, we've got the Cadisen. C824 is one of the best Rolex OP Datejust 40mm homages I've seen in the sub $100 price bracket on AliExpress. This is a self-winding automatic. Stainless steel case and bracelet, sapphire crystal with anti-glare coating. The Reho is signed around the perimeter. This is a unique piece, no doubt. Another biggie for me is that there is a grey meteorite dial texture available. Now, this is not offered by any other micro brands that I know of in the sub $100 region. Okay, so we're done with the first 2 sections, and now we've got 3 watches which are real stunners and actual showstoppers. So these watches follow the main trends of the watch industry today. Let's take a look at these wonderful homages. First up, we've got Saint Martin SN019. This is a 39mm automatic GMT timepiece, offered with 2 dials, a grey brushed silver and a particularly exciting white desert sand textured dial. This watch is a homage to Grand Seiko Evolution GMT. The materials here are the most premium, like sapphire crystal, anti-reflective coating, screw-down case back, and a signed screw-down crown. The stainless steel bracelet gets the fly adjustment clasp as well. Now, this watch is an absolute beauty. The quality, the finishing of the product is at the Saint Martin level, which is probably one of the best in the micro brands on AliExpress. Now, number 2 is about bronze, because we know bronze is back in fashion. It's trending everywhere. But what I like about this piece is that you get a dual tone. You get the stainless steel as well as a bronze bezel on top. And I've actually ordered this piece in. The Baltany design retro bronze is an automatic masterpiece. It's a 40mm case with a modest lug-to-lug of just 46mm. The bezel and crown are bronze, while the rest of the case is stainless steel. Of course, we get the usual like sapphire crystal, anti-reflective coating, screw-down case back and screw-down crown. But the looks are gorgeous. For the third watch, once again, we have a Saint Martin. This is an automatic diver, SN044, so it's 38mm in diameter. It is heavily inspired and a homage to the vintage Tag Heuer 1000 series. The watch price doesn't break the bank, but you get superior quality and finish of stainless steel case and bracelet. An automatic 200 meters water resistance timepiece, 120 click ceramic bezel, screw and crown, and an engraved screw down case back. Okay, so we're done with the 3 sections, but I do have one bonus item left. And this is a Cadisen military chrono. Let's take a look at it. The C824 is powered by Seagull ST19, so it's an automatic with a power reserve of 45 hours. It gets a vintage look with several dial options. No skimping on materials here. Dome sapphire crystal with anti-reflective coating, a wide open exhibition case back and screw-in crown. Another stunner, and again, the price point, well, you can't compare these prices to the high street because the quality is up there. And again, we know these brands because they're good. Now, the watches that I recommend and I put on the wish list have already been reviewed by myself or are actually being shipped and coming over to the workshop, so I will be reviewing them shortly. Now, I've left links to the reviews that I've performed in the description below the video, as well as that I've left the links to the listings of the watches we just covered also in the description below the video. So make sure to check them out if you're after a sharp price. And now, thank you for watching the video. Let me know in the comments what you actually think about these recommendations, wish list, whatever you want to call them. Let me know what your thoughts are. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.